So I was sitting downstairs flipping through some comic books, doing my normal Wednesday thing, and I was thinking to myself, I'm forgetting something. Like, I've got things I need to do. What's on my list of things I've got to do? And then it dawned on me, I've not got a drink, and I have not talked about new comics with some of my favorite people, which is you. It's you out there, people who listen to the Southern Fried Geekery podcast. And that's what I'm here doing. If you don't know me, I'm Caleb. I'm one of the co-hosts of a weekly comic book podcast where we talk about new things that are dropping, new things and old things. We've kind of changed our format up a little bit to where we're getting into some more back issues. We're diving into some history of comics and stuff like that too. But what I do, we consider these little side dishes that we all put out, obviously being a podcast that labels itself Southern Fried Geekery. Things are kind of food related. So why not? This is a side dish. And it's a new comic book day side dish. So I'm going to talk about the new books I picked out. So, go pour yourself a drink or pop a top like I did, drinking the king of beers. It's good. And let's talk about some comics. I'm excited about this. This is a good week. It's a good week from comics. Bad week for my wallet. It hurt a little bit. Hurt a lot of bit. So I'm gonna kick us off with what might be the biggest Marvel event comic of the biggest Marvel comic of the week. It's not their biggest event comic of the year. I would say that would go to War of the Realms, but it is, and you're gonna hear a noise most likely when I do this because Jerry from the podcast is gonna squeeze somewhere because he got me to read Absolute Carnage. It's a Donny Cates Carnage Venom book. And, I love Donny Cates. He's a great writer. I have read this already, and it's more of the same. It's exactly what I expected it to be. It's Donny Cates has been building the story. It's been kind of coming to a head for over a year. But the art is amazing. It's phenomenal art by Mr. Ryan Stegman. I love it. J.P. Mayer's inking Ryan in the best ways, and Frank Martin just crushing the colors. Like I said, I think Cates is a great writer. Unfortunately, he's writing things that aren't in my wheelhouse. It's not that I don't know about them. It's just I don't particularly care. And that takes nothing away from the quality of his writing. So he's doing a great job. Like I said, I read it. He throws everything in the fucking kitchen sink into that book. So good job. Good job all around. Maybe one day you'll be writing characters that aren't symbiotes or aren't out in space doing whatever, the cosmic-y stuff that I don't care about. Book I care about a lot, issue 2, House of X came out. This, of course, is Jonathan Hickman and Pepe Larraz. Let's see if I can find the title page. I am woefully coming short. Marta Gracia did the colors. Is the only thing I can say about what Hickman's doing to the X-Men stuff. He just did some shit in that issue. He took a character and did something that was unimaginable to anybody but Jonathan Hickman, and has repercussions through the X-Men series, the likes of which I don't know that we can really know what to do with. But it certainly added some new context to what he did before, and it was just cool. It was just really cool. I like the House of X. I mean, I like both of them. House and Power is both fun. If you listen to the last episode, you heard me and the other guys say that this is more of a straightforward story. House is not disjointed. It's typically a narrative that kind of just flows into itself. Powers is like an overall thing. It's a bigger picture thing. That's amazing. Out next from the House of Ideas, and the only other book from today that I've actually read, we got Invisible Woman number 2. I like it. It's some good stuff. It's Mark Waid and sorry, I almost mispronounced something. Mark Waid and Matea de Ilis, Eloise, I believe is how you pronounce his name. It's fun stuff, kind of an espionage story, taking place on two different Two different times, a little bit of history, a little bit of current era. Doing some stuff with Susie that's really cool. And there's a drinking game involved. Who doesn't like a good drinking game in their comics? Get a little Daredevil action. Chip Zdarsky. We still have. They haven't gotten back to Checchetto yet, and I'm really hoping they will. Not that Lalit Kumar Sharma is doing the pencils, Jay Laston's doing the inks, and Javier Tiglia is doing the colors. It's fine. I really miss Checchetto on the book. Checchetto was the big draw for me on this book. Chip it's a fun story. It's fine. The first 5 issues were really good. If you haven't read that, go check it out. It's out in trade. Pick it up at your local comic shop. Number 1 for the week, Agents of Atlas. It is spinning out of the really cool work that Greg Pak did in the War of the Realms tie-in, the new Agents of Atlas. And this is I'm excited about this because Greg Pak he's playing with the Pan-Asian characters that he really loves, and he's got a heart for putting representation in there, and you can see by the cover. I mean, you can see you've got a ton of great characters. I mean, Amadeus Cho is in there. Some of the new characters that spun out of the War of the Realms, which are more like manga-esque characters. You've got Silk. It's going to be a lot of fun. Nico Leon is doing the art. It's colored by Federico Blee. There's also a second story in here by Jeff Parker, Carlo Pagulian doing the art, which, man, Greg Pak and Carlo go way back to the Planet and World Hulk days. So that's just some good shit. Looking forward to it. Savage Avengers, number 4. Jerry Duggan, Mike Deodato, Frank Martin doing the colors on this book. It's got Conan. I'm a happy camper anytime I get Conan. Conan with a machine gun might be better. So we're going to see. He's teaming up with some of the characters like the Punisher. There's just a lot of weirdness in that book. They're in the Savage Land. It's been a lot of fun. What I think is going to be the last issue. No, it's not the last issue. I know it got. Sadly, I just heard this book got canceled. So I'm expecting the last issue to hit 11 or 12 most likely. But it is Champions number 8. Wonderful little book. Lots of really cool characters. Very much in the vein of Young Avengers, which if you listen to the show or you listen to these little side dishes or you listen to me talk just in general, Young Avengers has a special place in my heart, and it always will. Just for what it is. It's really, really great. And this ties into a lot of the same feels. Again, it's Jim Zub doing some great work. Cummings and Men's helping out on arts. The ongoing that I'm looking forward to the most every month, every bi-monthly. Hands down my favorite series on the book. As somebody who is a lifelong Hulk fan, I have a dog named Banner that tells you anything. Immortal Hulk number 22 came out. This is excellent. If you don't know, I work part-time at a comic shop on Tuesdays, or I used to. I don't as of today. Unfortunately, I am not allowed to work my first year of law school, so today was my last day at the comic shop. I will still be coming up there as much as possible just to hang out and kick it, but sad day. I really enjoyed doing Tuesdays when new books come out. Al Ewing, Joe Bennett, Rui Jose with Belenardo Bravo on the inks, Paul Mounts on the colors, Corey Pettit on the letters, Alex Ross doing the covers. This kind of takes a couple plot threads and ties them together. I might have sneaked and read that yesterday. Don't tell anybody. Excellent. They're making moves, man, making money moves, and I like it. I like it a lot. Let's forego DC for right now. Let's talk about some indie books, or at least non-big two, if we can call them an indie. This is a book that spins out of the Project Superpowers stuff. That they're Golden Age characters that I got a lot of love for. I spoke about the last Project Superpowers book. I had a lot of fun with it. And that is, it's a new number one. It is the Death-Defying Devil number one. Gail Simone and Walter Giovanni. Haven't read it yet. Don't know a whole lot about what they're doing. The Devil is a really cool Golden Age character that it's fun to read. I really like that world. So, let's see what Dynamite and Gail Simone can do. Let's see what they got. Another Dynamite book that, is a person who loves me some Robert E. Howard and the things that Robert E. Howard gave birth to. Red Sonja, Lord of Fools. It's a little one-shot, I believe. And I want to say it actually was supposed to come out last week. It's written by Mark Russell, who's doing the ongoing book right now. And so, what's not to love? It's Mark fucking Russell. And he's been doing a great job. He's actually, for Mark Russell, he's writing a very kind of just guarded story. He's on the Mark Russell scale. He's kind of low key on this one, which is not saying it's not exciting, but if you read Mark Russell books, he tends to have an opinion in every book, and usually they're right in line with mine. As you can tell you might be able to tell from my shirt what my political opinions are. But he states this, and he does it in a great way. Bob Q doing the art on this with Katie O'Meara. Dervla Kelly doing the colors, make it colorful and pretty. From IDW, The Island of Dr. Moreau, it's a H.G. Wells property. I love the pulps, Red Sonja, Golden Age characters. So looking forward to this. Going to check it out. Ted Adams and Gabriel Rodriguez were the ones who adapted this. Gabriel Rodriguez doing the arts, colors by Nelson Daniel, letters by Robbie Robbins. Know zero things about it. I've read the book. I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know if it's just going to be a straightforward adaptation or what. I also grabbed, we'll talk about some image book, Sea of Stars, number the second, by Dennis Hallam, not Dennis Hopeless anymore, Dennis Hopeless Hallam. Jason Aaron wrote it, Stephen Green, Enrico Renzi. Father-son story, coming-of-age story, spacey goodness, sci-fi awesomeness. If you like Saga, I think you'll dig it. If you like, lots of things. If you are reading... Got into the tunes and I forgot what I was saying. If you are reading a number of books right now, I'm going blank on Scotty Young type books, then you'll really dig Sea of Stars. My brain just skipped out, forgot what I was trying to say. So check it out. Father taking a son he's a space trucker. They're on a work trip, not a vacation, but there's a wreck, lost in space. There was a monkey. There was a space monkey in the last issue. That was awesome. Space monkey wanted to eat the kid. How's that not going to be a good book? Check it out. From Boom Studios, Ronan Island, another Greg Pak book with Milo Giannis and Irma Kaniva on the covers. Really cool all ages book, honestly. I would pass this off as an all ages book. Again, with Greg Pak, Pan-Asian characters. Kids come from an island where they've got a mix of, I want to say, Korean, Japanese, and Chinese. And that breaks out into a little bit of a zombie apocalypse. Their world kind of changes a little bit. And it's really, really solid. Really, really solid. I like it. If you're a fan of manga, if you're a fan of anything that comes out of Shonen Jump, I think you'll dig that, because it's kind of right in that. It's written for that age group. Not that, I'm a 31-year-old dude, and I love it, but it's very much written that you can enjoy it on the same level as if you were enjoying a number of the Shonen Jump stuff. If you like One Piece, if you like My Hero Academia, as Jerry and Sean both do, you'll dig it. Berserker Unbound, a story I'm really excited about. Jeff Lemire is one of my favorite writers in the game. That man has done no wrong in my book. He's done things I've liked less than others, but they've all been A+. And in that sense, I can't not be excited about it. But it's also Mike Deodato Jr., and it's a big week for Frank Martin. This is the third Frank Martin book that he's on the colors. Also Steve Wands. And again, kind of like I said with Savage Avengers, this promises to be a little bit of a Conan-esque barbarian type figure in our present day somehow. Not really sure how that's gonna work out or what it's gonna do, but the art in this book is gorgeous. You got to see some previews pages in one of the previews catalogs. I can't wait to dive into that. It's going to get moved up to the top of my stack real quick. All right, DC. Told y'all it was a big week for my wallet. My wallet's sad, really sad right now. Deceased number 4, Tom Taylor, Trevor Hairsine, Giordano, and Baribo on the wrapping out the art team. I love this book, man. It's fucking crossing the DC universe. How you not gonna like it? Hyper violent, scary. It'll break your heart. It's very emotive. I don't know, like one issue almost made me cry. Not quite, because there was enough blood and guts and gore that I didn't need to. I didn't get them feels, but it was real close. It was kind of a Batman thing. Lois Lane number 2, heavy political book, straight up, heavy, very much inspired by current events, very much inspired by what's happening in America right now. So if you look for your comics to be escapism, if you look for your comics to not be tainted or inspired by your everyday life or what you may or may not want to be happening in the real world, it's in your book, and that's fine. It doesn't have to be, but it's good. It's real good. It's Greg Rucka, it's Mike Perkins, and it's Paul Mounts. Lois Lane is a White House correspondent. She is fighting a figure who is very much a Trumpian figure. She's got some secrets. And spoilers, man, if you didn't read that first issue, but she was in some way working with a Russian counterpart who was murdered, as Russian counterparts are wont to do. And she teamed up with what may or may not be, and I think it is, Renee Montoya's Question, which I'm about it. You can't, fuck yeah. You kidding? Green Lantern, number 10. Last week, I want to say, week before last week, we had the Green Lantern annual come out. I wasn't feeling it. Didn't feel it at all. This one, getting back to that main series, I'm excited about it. Grant Morrison and Liam Sharp are a very dynamic team. This is Grant Morrison, historically, is an amazing writer that I don't necessarily care for. Let me put it that way. He doesn't write stuff that's for me, but everything about this has just been everything I want it to be. Let's see. We'll save that one for last. We'll call it the best for last. Batman, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3. Tinian Williams, or Tinian the Fourth, James Tinian the Fourth, Williams the Second, Colwell. I love the art. I enjoyed the first 2 volumes of this. This is volume 3. The story in this one is not doing it for me as much as I would like it to. Currently kind of flip a coin to decide whether I want to hold on to it and keep going on it, or if I want to pull it off my pull list, because I'm just not feeling it nearly as much. You might, if you do, come to our Facebook page. Tell me about it. Batman, numero 76. City of Bane, Tom King, Tony S. Daniel. That should be all I have to say to pull you into the book. We are counting down the issues until we get no more of Tom King on the main Batman series. And that's going to be a sad day, because he's been a great writer, other than just a short run. This promises to be something really cool. And that's all I got for new stuff. That was my new comics. No OGNs this week, nothing like that. We are going to be putting out a new comic episode this Sunday. One of these books is going to be our roundtable. I'm not going to tell you which one. You got to tune in to find out. Check out our Facebook page. Check out our Instagram page and our Twitter page. We're at SFG Podcast on Insta and Twit. The Facebook group's on and popping, man. We've gotten some new members. We're getting close to 200 people in that. We're having some great conversations. We would love it if you would come be a part of it. We're all just one big family, dude. So, dudettes, and everything in between. There's something there for everybody. So come check it out. Other than that, guys, be good. Have a great week. Go forth and love some comics.